Hey, how about you and me get to know Mr. Rudolph Valentino? Mr. Rudolph Valentino was born May 6 of 1895 in Italy, but his full name was Rodolfo Pietro Filiberto Raffaello Guglielmi di Valentina di Antenguela. In 1913, at the age of 18, Rudolph arrived at Ellis Island, and he was living on the streets of Central Park until he found a job as a taxi dancer at Maxim's Restaurant Cabaret, where he was spending his time as a tango dancer. Basically, that was dancing with wealthy women who would pay for his company. But that wasn't enough for our Rudolph. In 1917, he made his way to Hollywood. In 1921, he played the lead role in the movie The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, and that movie was a smash, and it propelled him into stardom. He followed up that hit with the movies The Sheik and Blood and Sand. However, Valentino's next few movies, they didn't perform really well in the box office, and there was contract disputes with various studios, so they pushed him out of the movie business for a while. He ended up joining a dance company where he toured the US and Canada. And at this time, he kind of had a reputation as a womanizer, and this was compounded with his arrest for bigamy in 1922. You see, when he divorced his first wife in 1921, he didn't wait a full year before remarrying his second wife in 1922. In 1924, Rudolph was able to return to films, and he did so in the title role of Boucher Bouquet under a new contract with Ritz-Carlton Pictures. Now, because of his role in this movie, as well as The Sainted Devil and The Cobra, he was starting to get demasculated by some of the men around him because these movies had him wearing a lot of makeup and ruffled costumes. However, the ladies still swooned for Mr. Rudolph. And even though the ladies still loved him, he was constantly fighting with people and the newspapers because articles were being written about him being gay and feminine. Men were going around calling themselves Vaselinos, making fun of his hair. I mean, what gives? And amidst all this fighting, he was racking up a whole bunch of debt, and it kind of forced him into making a sequel to the movie The Sheik called The Son of the Sheik. And even though he didn't want to, he ended up doing it. Here's a fun fact for you. Did you know that in the 1930s, Sheik condoms came out and they featured Valentino's silhouette on the packaging for years? Just 2 weeks after filming The Son of the Sheik and at the height of his career, Valentino collapsed from perforated ulcers at the Hotel Ambassador in New York, and his condition continued to decline until he passed away on August 23rd of 1926. I wanted to note that Rudolph's final film, The Son of the Sheik, was released months later and is acclaimed to be one of the best movies he's ever made.